Hi, welcome to my topic Circuits and Networks. I am Ravikant Malla Joshula, and today we are going to discuss about supermesh and supernode analysis. Let us start with supermesh analysis. Whenever a common current source is shared between two loops or two meshes, it forms a supermesh circuit. For example, here you can see there are two closed circuits which are sharing a common current source whose value is 6 amperes. So 5 ohms and 1 ohm is sharing 6 amperes with 3 ohms and 2 ohms. So this is loop 1 and this is loop 2. So according to the definition, you can see a common current source 6 amperes is being shared by two loops, loop 1 and loop 2. So this forms a super mesh circuit. Let us start with an example. Find the value of voltage drop 2 ohms using super mesh analysis. So here 2 ohms is there and we need to find out voltage drop across 2 ohms with super mesh circuit. So how to identify a super mesh circuit? 6 amperes is being shared by two loops. The two loop currents forms as I1 and I2. Once the currents are formed as I1, I2, it is easy for us to find out the super mesh circuit. So loop 1, loop 2 and the total super mesh which is composing of loop 1 as well as loop 2. So all these parameters are need to be contributing towards super mesh circuit. So once the super mesh circuit is formed, write down the equations for voltage drop using Kirchhoff's voltage law. First you can see 6 amperes is being shared by loop 2 as well as loop 1. So I2 minus I1 is equal to 6 amperes. Why it is I2 minus I1 difference? Why not it is I1 difference I2? Because 6 amperes direction is from bottom to top and the direction of loop current I2 is also from bottom to top. So I can say the direction of 6 amperes as well as I2 are one and the same, whereas I1 is acting quite opposite to 6 amperes. So that is why we have taken the value as I2 minus I1 is equal to 6 amperes. And now collect the rest of the passive elements connected to the two loops together. One you have 5 ohms, then you have 1 ohm, then you have 3 and then you have 2. So we can write as 5i1 plus 1i1 plus 3. See, first loop parameters are 5 and 1. The second loop parameters are 3 and 2 and which are connected to I2. So it becomes 3i2 plus 2i2 is equal to 0. So this can be taken to be 6i1 plus 5i2 is equal to 0. So these are the two loop equations what we got. Solving these two equations will get I1 is equal to minus 2.72 amperes and I2 is equal to 3.272 amperes. With the help of these two currents, we can find out the voltage drop which is across 2 ohms. So voltage drop is across 2 ohms. So therefore, according to Ohm's law, resistance into current. So resistance is 2 ohms, current is I2. So here voltage drop is obtained as 2 times of 3.27, which is the loop 2 current, so gives the value as 6.54 volts. So this problem is solved using super mesh analysis. Let us go with another example. We need to find out the value of Ix. Ix is the branch current which is flowing in 6 volts in series with 1 ohm. So for this we are going to apply three loops currents I1, I2, I3, and we have to take the common source current. 12 amperes is being shared by loop 1 as well as loop 2. So unlike the previous problem, I1 minus I2 is equal to 12 amperes. So this is the main equation of the current which is sharing the two loops. Then we have to collect the rest of the parameters. Minus 10 volts plus 5 I1 plus 2 I1 minus I3 plus 3 I2 minus I3 plus 8. Directly the value of 8 volts is given. So 8 is equal to 0, satisfying Kirchhoff's voltage law. So the equation is modeled and it is framed as equation 2. And the third loop equation we can start from here. Minus 6 volts plus 1 into I3 plus 3 I3 minus I2 plus 2 I3 minus I1 equal to 0. So three equations are framed. You have to take the help of the calculator to get the solution for these three equations. So loop 1, loop 2, loop 3 will give you the values of currents I1 as 2.22, I2 as minus 9.77 and I3 as minus 3.14 amperes. Fortunately, Ix value, the branch current value and the loop current I3 value are one and the same. Therefore, Ix value will be equivalent to minus 3.14 amperes. So this is how we solve the problem using supermesh analysis. Let us go with another example. Here you can see the direction of the current I 6 ohms. It is moving from down to top in this particular branch 6 ohms. So again we are going to take the help of super mesh analysis. I'm identifying 4 currents here, and one of the beauty of this problem is that we have only the currents here, source currents here. There are no voltage sources, only current sources are there. And by clear inspection you can see I1 is equal to 12 amperes and I3 is equal to minus 6 amperes, and 8 amperes is being shared by loop 4 as well as loop 2. So the equation which can be framed with the help of common source current is I4 minus I2 equal to 8 amperes, and collecting the rest of the parameters which are connected to this entire loop, which is forming as super loop, that is super mesh analysis. The parameters are 12 ohms, which is having the drop with the I2 minus I1, plus 6 I4. This is another loop drop we are going to take over 6 ohms, plus 3 I2 minus I3 equal to 0. So we have to identify also the directions of the loop currents. Already you can see I1 and I3 are obtained. So with this information, that is I4 minus I2 equal to 8 amperes, I1 is equal to 12 amperes, and I3 equal to minus 6 amperes, you need to substitute these values in equation 2 to get the answer of the second equation, which is giving us as 15 I2 plus 6 I4 equal to 126. So you have now two new equations. Already we got the value of I1 and I3. Now with these two unknowns, that is I2 and I4, we have to take the help of the calculator to calculate the values of I2, which is 3.71 amperes, and I4, which is 11.71 amperes. Now you see the direction of the I4. I4 direction is acting quite opposite to I6 ohms direction. So the value of I6 ohms is equal to minus 11.71 amperes. Now this is how we solve these kind of problems using super mesh analysis. Now let us cross check whatever the answer we got for the current in 6 ohms with some another method, that is node analysis. I'm identifying two nodes here, V1 and V2, and the direction of current I 6 ohms is entering from V2. It is leaving this point at V2 and it is entering towards V1. So the current would be V2 minus V1 whole divided by 6. That current should be equivalent to the answer which we got using super mesh analysis. So applying KCL to the first node, minus 12, this is the current which is incoming here, minus 8, you can see another current which is incoming over this particular node, plus V1 by 12, this is another branch current, and fourth branch current will be V1 minus V2 by 6. So V1 minus V2 by 6. So this will give you the equation 1, this is V1 by 4 minus V2 by 6 equal to 20. Now applying KCL at node 2, at this particular node, this node also has 4 branches. One branch is V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1 by 6 ohms, the current which is I6 here. So V2 minus V1 by 6, that is one branch current. Another branch current you can see V2 by 3. V2 by 3 is the another branch current. Okay. 8 is outgoing, that is why it is plus 8. And 6 amperes is incoming, that is it is minus 6, is equal to 0. So this gives us the second equation as minus V1 by 6 plus V2 by 12 is equal to minus 2. So we have to solve equation 1 and equation 2 to get the values of V1, which is 99.32 volts, and V2, which is 29.10 volts. Now once we got the value of V1 and V2, we can get the value of I6 ohms. So I6 ohms direction and the assumed current direction, that is V1 to V2, that the current which is flowing from V1 to V2 through 6 ohms is nothing but V1 minus V2 by 6 ohms. So here V1 minus V2 by 6 ohms is equal to 99.32, which we obtained this value, and minus 29.10 whole by 6 is equal to 11.70 amperes. Now this is the same magnitude value of the current which we have obtained using super mesh analysis. So I6 ohms is equal to minus 11.71 amperes according to the given direction of the current in the problem. So this is how we solve this problem using node analysis, and we can interpret our results with super mesh analysis. So by the magnitude of the current and the direction of the current, you are getting the same whether you employ super mesh analysis or whether you apply node analysis. So this is how we cross check the answers once we obtain using different methods. Let us now concentrate on super node analysis. Whenever a common voltage source is shared between two nodes or junctions or points, it forms a supernode circuit. For example, you have node 1 here, node 2 here. Observe 6 volts is being shared by node 1 and node 2 directly. There is no other parameter. So this particular circuit resembles the concept of super node. So this is how we have to identify the super node problem. Now let us find the value of current I, here I, which is flowing in 2 ohms, and this problem has to be sorted out with the help of supernode analysis. Generally it's a node analysis problem. So how to solve this problem using supernode analysis? So first I'm identifying the nodes. First as reference ground node as 0 volts, then first node voltage as V1, second node voltage as V2, third node voltage as V3. So this is how we have identified the nodes. Unlike the supermesh problems, we have to identify the loop currents there, and here we have to obtain the node voltages. So node voltages are obtained. Once the node voltages are obtained, it is easy for us to get the equations for super nodes. So voltage source shared by two nodes. You can see here voltage source is there 6 volts. It is shared by node 1 and node 2. So this forms a super node. Positive symbol is towards V1, negative symbol is towards V2. So we can have V1 minus V2 is equal to 6 volts. Now this is equation 1. Now this equation 1 is a supernode equation. Now we have to correct rest of the parameters which are attached to node 1 as well as node 2. So for V1, here this is the one branch which is attached, and this is another branch which is attached. Already we have taken V1 minus V2 is equal to 6 volts. That's why we are not touching this particular branch over here. And immediately we can shift to the second node branch, which is having one parameter downward direction in the 2 ohms and another parameter it is 1 ohm. So in one equation we are going to have 4 parameters. So we are applying KCL here. V1 minus 12 by 1, V1 minus 12 by 1. This is one branch current plus V1 plus 4 minus V3. V1 plus 4 minus V3 divided by 2. So this is another branch current. Then you have V2 by 2. V2 by 2 is another branch current. And last branch current is V2 minus V3 by 1. So this is another supernode equation. So this is how we have formed supernode equation. After finding the supernode equation, we have to simplify the supernode equation. So this is a simplification of supernode equation, and directly observe 8 volts it is being shared by V3 and 0. 8 volts is shared by V3 and 0. So V3 is equal to 8 volts. With this informations, we are substituting the value of V3 in equation 2. So the equation 2, when you are substituting the value, we are getting 1.1 V1 plus 1.5 V2 is equal to 22. Now we are taking this equation as 4. And from equation 1 we have V1 minus V2 is equal to 6 volts. So we need to simplify these two equations, equation 4 and equation 1. We'll get the value of V1 as 10.33, V2 as 4.33. Once you obtain the value of V1 and V2, the current will be V2 by 2. So the current will be V2 by 2, which is equal to 4.33 divided by 2, that is nothing but 2.165 amperes. Now this is the value of current which is flowing in this particular branch using supernode analysis. Now let us cross check the answer using mesh analysis. What we got, we have to check with the another approach also. So with mesh analysis, applying KVL to loop 1, we'll get 3i1 minus 2i2 is equal to 6. Next loop 2, we are going to get minus 2i1 plus 3i2 minus i3 equal to minus 8. This is the second equation. And third equation is minus 2i2 plus 3i3 is equal to 10. So with these three equations, we can identify the values of I1 to be 1.5 amperes, I2 to be minus 0.66 amperes, I3 to be 2.88 amperes. Once we obtain the values of I1, I2, I3, we need to find out I. I is flowing over this 2 ohms resistance. So this is the having a drop of 2 ohms with the currents which are flowing in loop 1 as well as in loop 2. So I is equal to I1 minus I2. So I value will be equal to 1.5 minus of minus I2. Minus I2 value is minus 0.66. So this gives the value as 2.16 amperes. So we have seen whether we apply supernode analysis or the simplified mesh analysis, which is giving the same branch current as 2.16 amperes. So this is how we solve the problems using supermesh and supernodes, and also with help of KVL, KCL by mesh analysis and node analysis. So these things you have to keep in your mind. Whenever a current source is shared by two loops, it becomes a supermesh. Whenever the voltage source is shared by two nodes, it becomes a supernode. So if you like my video, please share among your friends, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the future notifications. Thank you.